school, I say the pictures are bread, milk, and apple.
Very good. Everyone say, great job, Kevin. Great job, Kevin. Does anyone have a different answer with 3 other nutritious foods that Kevin didn't say? Over here. Gana. Come on.
Some of the nutritious foods and see the pictures are cheese, pineapple, and broccoli.
Very good. Everyone give her a round of applause. Okay. So this word, boys and girls, is? Nutrition. Very good. Okay, so that would be day 1. Okay, so it is kind of lengthy, but when you do things like this, yes, you take the time, they actually retain it a lot better. So day 2, if I were to revisit the vocabulary, this is something that, this is what I usually do for day 2. I do something that involves charts so that we can hang it up in the classroom so they have something to refer to throughout the week for their station activities or if they just want to use it in their writing. Okay? So let's just do this really, really quickly. Actually, first I would show this. I would show the pictures and I would listen from the students and what they remember from the day before, okay? And using their own words or if they remember the word by word for word, okay. Then we're going to talk about this, okay? So the charts. So now this is what I call understanding the word, okay? So they're creating a deeper meaning for it. So I have an item, okay? And you have to tell me the function, okay? Remember, boys and girls, it's the job or what you use it for, okay? So glass, right? So a glass. So I want you to try to use a complete sentence. The function of a glass is, and then complete the sentence. All right, so I'm just going to point to random people and raise your hands. Let's go all the way to the back. PE teacher. The function of a glass is. Okay, to drink water. To drink water, what would be a better word? To hold or to contain. Very good, okay? And, okay, good. What about an umbrella? What's the function of an umbrella? Okay, very good. Big word, shelter. Very good. I like it. Okay, what about a fork? What do we use a fork for? What's a fork's job?
The function of a fork is to allow us to eat noodles easily.
Oh, very good. See, you guys are coming up with great sentences. Allow us. Okay, a pencil. And remember, sometimes it's more than one function, right? So, if you want to give me both functions, you can. So, what's the function of a pencil? Right here. Oh. Done. Oh, hello, you're right.
The pencil is right.
Okay, very good. For time's sake, and if I want to ask, okay, what's another function of a pencil? So who can think of another function of a pencil? That's right, to draw, okay, so. What about the eraser? What do we use that for? Okay, so stuff like that. Okay, what is the function of a key?
The function of the key is to open the door.
Okay, very good. Okay. Is that a door? Or the door? Okay, so this is just a simple, quick activity. Give it the word and then let me see. Okay. Now you could also do webs with them. Okay? And sometimes when I do webs with them, I might ask them for, well, I usually know my students' names, their full names, so I use their initials. So that way, whenever they're contributing, they actually like that their name's there. They're more willing to contribute, so we give them ownership for that answer. Okay, so when you dine, what is your favorite food to eat? Think about when you go home and you have dinner, what do you like to eat? So, let's see. So I want you to use a complete sentence. When I dine, my favorite food to eat is... Okay, so Cody. Oh, good. I love sushi too. So Cody, what are your initials? Okay, what? Okay. What? EBL? Like that? Oh, EBL. Wow. A lot of initials. Okay. All right. Something different. Let's go over here.
My favorite food.
Okay, so just pick one. So when I die,
When I die, my favorite food is chicken wings. Fried chicken wings.
it's what?
Fried chicken wings.
Fried chicken wings. Is that nutritious? And then what are your initials? A-L-N. Okay? All right, so that's one example. Now, who do you dine with at home? So now, if I'm asking who, I need you to tell me a person, okay? So don't tell me what. We already talked about what. Tell me who you dine with. Okay? So, for example, I'll give you an example. I dine with my flatmate. Okay? Okay? Okay. So, who do you dine with?
I dine with my boyfriend.
What are your initials?
LSD.
NSC?
LSD.
Oh, Liliana. LSD. Okay, and one more. Who do you dine with?
I dine with my family.
Okay, beautiful. Very nice. Okay. And what are your initials? S-R? Okay. All right, so something like that, like a web book. Okay? And then last one. I hope you're still with me and you're enjoying these interactive activities. You could also do like an example, non-example. So this is when you do the opposite, because that actually deepens your understanding. Okay? So if I talk about nutritious, that means healthy food. It makes you feel good, okay? Unhealthy, not healthy. So remember, when you go to P2, you're going to learn that un means not, okay? So not healthy, it makes you feel sick, okay? You don't feel good after you eat these foods. So let's start. Someone tell me some nutritious foods, okay? So just call them out, okay? So just call them out. Apples. What else? Milk. What is it? Blowfish, you said? Blowfish? Is that fish? You said fish. Okay, fish. Salmon is a type, yes. What else? Cheese. Vegetables, cheese. Okay, low-fat cheese, yes. That is healthier. Okay, what about some unhealthy foods? Fast food. What else? Soft drinks, yes. Potato chips, yes. All these things that taste so good. Cookies. Okay, very good. You boys and girls did an excellent job. Okay, so that will be my today vocab-wise. Any questions? No? Alright, let's move this out of the way. We have a little bit more to go. Okay, so let's talk about my key learning. So I'm focusing on problem solving in mathematics, right? So I'm just going to talk about my learnings to do with math. So the model method, we don't actually use the model method back home, okay? I actually saw it in my curriculum that there's a little book that says that models are good to use, but then there's no actual lesson showing you how to teach the model method to students. So here I see that it's huge, so I'm actually really looking forward to teaching my colleagues about the model method. I'll show you, this is what our chart, we developed this in the lower grades. This is a chart of strategies that we give to the kids, and they can take them on their table so they have something to refer to. And And then when they do their journal writing, after they do a word problem, they have a sentence stem. My math strategy for solving this problem was to, okay, and then they complete it using this chart. So I can email, I told Madam Maria that I would email this to her if she wants to send it out to you. If you want to tweak it according to your grade level, you can do that. Okay? Okay. I also learned different ways of problem solving, teaching problem solving here. So let's see, some of the teachers are Miss Pena back there, she's excellent. She'll have the kids actually come up and do the problem without just, instead of just straightforward going through it, you know, she'll have the kids spend some time on it, have a kid come up, and then she'll try to clarify, but also acknowledge if they use a different strategy. All right, and then Madam Adine, this was something very new to me. She told me that she actually saw someone else do it, and okay, so she breaks down her problems into chunks. Okay, so for example, she'll write one sentence and she'll ask the kids, okay, so does everyone understand? Okay, some women and men they were running in a marathon. So some kids won't understand marathon, she'll clarify it. Then she's like, is that a problem? And the kids know. They're like, that's not a problem. She's like, why not? You know what? And they know there's nothing to solve. So then she'll type another sentence. And then she's like, okay, now is there a problem? I'm like, no, it's not a problem. So they just leave it. So she'll actually ask them, so what do we need in order to solve this problem? And they know it's a question. So the way that she broke it down, I felt is very effective for all grades, because it's quite overwhelming when you throw a big passage at a kid. Even if it's 3 or 4 sentences, they might just pick up the numbers. At least I know from my students, they take the numbers and add them or subtract them. Okay, they don't even want to read and understand it. So the chunking actually really helps them. Okay? That's thanks to Madam Adine. And then I also discovered that most students actually like problem solving, even though it is getting more challenging, and it's way more challenging here than it is in the States. When I went around and I asked students, the kids that are really good at math, they would tell me, oh, it's kind of like solving a mystery. Okay, and then the kids that are even the lower level students that struggle with mathematics, they like it too, because they feel that it's just doing a different type of thinking. And one kid actually said, I like it even though it's hard, because my teacher, she told me that if I keep doing it, I'll get better at it. You know, so I think they like, thanks to you, that you're pushing them, you're constantly trying to help them learn the actual concept and the heuristic behind it. Okay? Okay. So any questions?
We have problem solving activities.
We do, yes. Okay.
So how do the kids solve their problems if they're not using the methods that
Okay, so you mean like the model method?
I mean, like we got this model method and so on. How do the kids do their problems in mathematics?
So that's the problem right there. So it's fairly new. We actually just started in September, actually trying to do math exemplars with them. And these little work problems, but the kids really struggle because the teachers don't have any professional development on how to teach problem solving effectively.
So were they ever doing problem sums? They used to call it problem sums here.
They were, but it wasn't as highlighted. And then sometimes it's just gets pushed to the back burner. So that's because they focus more on the concepts and skills. So now that they know with all of these new standards, they need to actually teach them more explicitly how to do problem solving. So it's been quite challenging, and then a lot of the teachers, I see the strategies they'll use is tell them to look for keywords. It doesn't always work because the kids just look for in, all, or left, and then they do that same operation when it might actually give them the wrong answer. Okay?
That was what we used to do long ago.
Right, so that was a
when you look for keywords,
Yes.
like the one solution, and you match them to the option.
Yes, exactly. So we're trying to, I want to go back and hopefully show teachers how they could actually teach this more effectively. Right? Because I don't think they have, they don't have, there's no support system there for us to do that. Okay, any other questions? Yes.
You mentioned your kids can be very difficult. How do you look at it? What do you think?
What do I do? Okay, so like I said, depending on the teacher, there are different management systems in place. So I might have an individual star chart, like each one of the stars. Okay, so I put a star every single time I see a kid doing the right thing. Good behavior, trying their best. Anything that you give them a star, and at the end of the week, they might get a sticker or a prize, something. So we actually have to have tangible items as they get older. Stickers are not gold anymore like they are in kindergarten P1. They actually want some prizes. Okay, so there's always some sort of reward, which is good, but if we don't have that in place most of the time, then I don't know how else we would actually able to manage them. And then we have table points. So when they're in groups, then you'll see, okay, I'm looking for the first group that's ready, and the kids will get ready. And they get points, and at the end of the week, we see who has the most amount of table points. So different strategies, like different management systems like that, or cards where they switch from green to yellow to orange to red. So green is means they're good, yellow, that's a warning, orange, that might be a timeout, and the red phone call home. Okay, so yeah, we have to have a lot of things in place.
You said something about your school, like your mathematics,
That it's very structured, right? That everyone has to be at the same time, say 2.1, and so on. Now we all know that for mathematics, different children can grasp the ideas at different times. So how do you handle, like, there may be some children who may not understand and may not follow. So what is the course of action?
So that's the part where, differentiation is quite hard because we have to apply for the material in this whole structure. So we have extended day, and that's kind of our ability though, actually. So we get to choose which students we want to be an extended day, and it's 10 students per teacher. And then there are 2 days dedicated to math and 2 to literacy. So that's our main mode of intervention. But we also have after-school programs in place as well. Any other questions? You guys are really good. So there are no more questions. What did I want? Okay, I won't give you post-its again, but maybe you guys could just share with me what are some things that you learned today? So maybe that you didn't know, or something that was interesting, anything that you learned. So you can call it out if you want. I don't mind. Or did I not teach you anything, or did I just waste my time and waste your time? Yes.
I like the younger kids, like when they learn new words, and then they put it in the body, so that when they remember and if they have the muscle memory of that.
Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so that's TPR, very good. So TPR stands for total physical response. I actually really miss teaching vocabulary to them. That's been the highlight of my days, actually, because we have so much fun with them and just seeing them use the words and just growing, and then they'll combine multiple words to one sentence, and you're like, oh my god, you get goosebumps. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so good. So physical response. Anything else that you learned that might have been new? About the system, about the lesson.
it's not new, but what you shared as to how you could do that vocabulary that is very structured, like introducing 3 words and doing it in a structured manner. That's what I like about it, because you put the time aside to make sure that the kids learn the word.
Okay, so structured. Vocabulary. Instruction. Can be affected? Is that okay? Okay, good. All right, so I think the last thing, you don't mind, this is where I'm going to give you post-its just for feedback or any final thoughts, okay? So if you don't want to share what you learned, I always appreciate feedback because that's how I improve as a teacher as well, as a presenter. So please, anything that you like, you didn't like, if you want to know more, if you want to leave me your contact information, if you have any questions, feel free to just let me know. Let me see. I guess this is posted. Last thing, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for having me at Greenridge. It's been very enriching. I'm from MFPS 290 in Brooklyn, New York. That's my cell phone number, email, and my blog that I'm behind on, but I will be doing a posting on Greenridge soon. Okay? So thank you. I really appreciate all of your help.
I think we should thank Katie very much. Thank you for the great sharing. If you notice that actually she's a real teacher, even when she's sharing, there's a lesson in the lesson if you notice. First, she asked for over the year system. That's key, so your comprehension, right? Yeah, and then in that lesson there's the vocab lesson, and I think she's very engaging as a teacher. I think we all love to be with her. Really, yeah. Okay, so thank you very much, and yeah, please feel free to give Katie the feedback. And one more thing also, I realized that besides being a very engaging and effective teacher, I think she's also a very keen learner. And I remember her coming for our math workshop, which was actually at night. She came all the way down to join our On Sponge workshop for the parents. And I think that's one of the greatest qualities of a teacher, continual learning, lifelong. Yeah, all right, thank you so much. Okay, once you're done, let us say, okay,